Hi, I'm Darren Cyr, the Ward 3 City Councilor. I've been a councilor since 2006. I grew up in Lynn. I've lived here for 60 years. I was raised on Herschel Street, went to Avon Elementary, Easton Junior High, which is now Marshall, and I graduated from Lynn Vocational Technical Institute. My wife is a Lynner. She grew up here. We decided to stay in Lynn because we love the city. I've lived in Ward 3 my entire life, all 60 years of them. My sons were 8th generation from my family, going to Avon and Marshall. They both graduated from English High School. In the time that I've been a city councilor, I've got Clark Street Park, Kiley Park, and Williams Ave, which is in the process right now. I've had over $500,000 invested in those 3 parks. Over $1.5 million for new streets. Lewis Street, Easton Ave, parts of Ocean, Melvin Ave, and other areas of the ward, as well as getting sidewalks taken care of. I know being a ward councilor is very important because you're dealing with daily issues of the constituents. Like I said, I grew up here. Everybody around me is my friend, all my neighbors. What you see is what you get when you take a look at me. I've always worked 2 jobs. I got calluses on my hands. I've done carpentry work over the years. I work at the Mass State Lottery right now. And working for the city is just one of the greatest rewards that I've ever had because I'm always taking care of the constituents and the needs of the ward. Since I've been a councilor as well, I've worked with the Goldfish Pond Association, getting issues taken care of down there. I'm working with the Friends of Lynn Beach right now. We're trying to take care of a very serious problem with contamination of the beach. So there's a lot of different issues that go on. It could be a tree issue, sidewalk issue, curb. It could be even a neighbor issue that we deal with. Since I've been the council, I've brought in over $150 million worth of development. New housing, senior housing, which is down behind Monty's. Also, the new Marshall Middle School, which was a $100 million school, and it didn't cost the taxpayers a dime. Since I've been a council for the last 3 years, I've become council president, and in that time, along with Buzzy Barton, who's the vice president, under our leadership, we've brought committees together. The budget committee is a perfect example. Brian LaPierre is the chairperson of that. And a year ago, we were actually talking about receivership. Through the efforts of the council, the mayor, and the CFO, we're going to have a $6 million surplus this year, which means we're going to be able to hire new police, put new police vehicles and fire trucks on the road, and put more money into our streets. As council president, I've worked with the mayor. We're going to bring $50 million in the next 5 years into the city to start renewing our streets. Weston Ave is going to be completed from the GE all the way down to Buchanan Bridge, sidewalks, intersections, complete rehab. Essex Street from the Swampscott line all the way down to Chestnut Street, same thing. So we're working really hard in the city. The city council works extremely well together. In the last 2 years, there's been over $450 million worth of development. $100 million right now is taking place down on Monroe Street. North Harbor site, which was always known as the Beacon Chevrolet site, is $350 million worth of development that's taking place today. The amount of revenue that's going to bring into the city is unbelievable. People talk about no new taxes, and I'm a firm believer in no new taxes, but the reality is that you need taxes in order for a city to survive. That's what pays for our schools, pays for our police, pays for our infrastructure. And the way to make it so that we don't have to raise residents' taxes is by bringing more revenue into the city. So right now on the drawing board, there are 2 projects. One's a $750 million project, another's an $80 million project down on the Linway. In the last several weeks, there have been 4 different developers who have come into the city and taken a look at the downtown, and they're astonished to see what's going on there. Before they came, Lynn, with its reputation and their perception, was Lynn wasn't a place where they could do business. Now they're changing their mind. They're showing a real, true interest, and they're actually putting together some deals. So in the next 4 to 5 years, you're going to see some big changes in the downtown area. I know there's a housing issue in the city. We're working on that, trying to create, and I don't believe in using this term, affordable housing. What I do believe in is that we should be creating jobs so that people can afford to live here, meaning that our next industry, or our old industry is a better way of saying it, used to be the GE, Harvard Box, Norelco. And I look at our future industry as the development of the Lynnway in the downtown, creating jobs, bringing in more infrastructure, bringing in probably $2 or $3 billion worth of development over the next few years. So creating jobs in carpenters, iron workers, cement finishers, laborers, electricians, designers, engineers, well-paying jobs, and these are for the people of the City of Lynn. That being said, I'm running again for Ward 3, and I'm asking for you to vote for me. I love this city more than you can imagine. The diversity here is just so unbelievable, and the things that go on here all the time are just fantastic. I've always loved being a part of this city. I want to continue to do the work that I'm doing. I want to work with my colleagues who are all great people. I want to continue to work with the mayor. Thank you very much. I'm asking for your vote. Darren Cyr, Ward 3 Councilor. Thank you.